What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys Mary and John. Say what's up, guys.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm Johnny.
You almost threw up. What's up, y'all?
Shut up. I almost did.
Right in the microphone. That's
right.
wild.
That would have been bitch to clean up.
It was too wet for my comfort.
Imagine if I went like, would you still love me if I vomit on you?
No, we would not have loved you. No, I can answer.
But I'm definitely laying paws on you. Like, that is...
That's a hard no.
About to be Remember When Battle Royale.
I will like mislead them with the thumbnail. It'll be like Nicktoons Brawl.
Just have something cover the projectile vomit.
It's a Nickelodeon slime just edited over in like a 2000s quality.
Have y'all seen the recipe for the slime?
I have actually. But I forgot what's in it. It's pudding, right?
It's like
one of
pudding,
the ingredients.
and I think like for the chunkiness, they put some oatmeal in it.
Yeah, some oatmeal,
Ooh.
and then it's like one other thing, right? Or two other things. I know.
Glue or something. I don't. No, it wasn't glue. I
Something
think
stupid.
I think it was an entire food product.
Yeah.
They made it so if it gets in your mouth, it's fine.
Okay, I've always, every time I see someone get slimed, I'm thinking like, damn, if that got in your mouth, you probably die. So
Nah, they just made that shit thick.
Now, what if they just like, yo, slime me some more? They're just like, this is my lunch.
I would have loved to see a kid go, they just put their whole mouth to the
All I think of is that what was it? The second Willy Wonka movie that came out where he had like the goo from the bug and he's like,
Oh, he went.
twirled that shit.
So you just get waterfalled. It's a good way to die.
The good way to die. That's terrible.
Because I'm like, what was it? Shit that got slimed on? I think it was like Brain Surge or like Figure It Out where they would get slimed on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just envisioning like there's like a lost episode of Figure It Out where a kid died from ingesting slime.
You remember the slime candies, the sour ones?
The sour slime candy?
Yeah, they used to come out with like little bottles or like, I guess, little buckets if you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it's like sour candy, but it was like slime and all that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
By the way, I remember eating it too much.
I've never ate it because that sounded like some degeneracy, but it reminded me of like a Juicy Drop and all that.
Oh,
yeah.
Like it was like
yeah,
around that
Juicy
time where
Drop
people
House
was
and all
just
that.
trying to like make all types of sour crap.
Mhm.
I don't know people back in Hawaii who just take that Juicy Drop and just like it's just all the
Yeah, they
liquid.
throw away the lollipop and just have that shit hanging out their mouth.
That's crazy.
That's nasty.
No. Well, did you guys like what was the name of that one candy? It had like the pixie stick to it, and it was like pixie dust, and you had to like slobber it and then rub it in there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know what you're talking. It's like a white stick.
Fun
Yes.
dip.
Fun dip,
Yes.
yes.
Fun dip. There we go.
Bro, could you imagine trying to have that thing during the pandemic? Everybody smack that shit right out of your hand. They're like, nah. Because really, in hindsight, that's kind of wild. Like, just...
See,
It's just like baby bottle pop. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's nasty. I don't like going.
I'm pretty sure they're probably still around, but like, they are? I don't know.
baby
last
bottle
time.
pops?
Maybe in like, you guys ever been? I don't know when
They
was the
got
last time
ring
you've been to
pops
like
still.
a Five Below, but they have that like in the Five Below like candy section. It's like archived candy. It's like candy from like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like
got s'mores in there.
Right, yeah, they got s'mores. They got like the Wonder Balls in there and all that. Yeah.
Yup.
Did you guys like the Wonder Balls?
I don't think I've ever had it.
You don't like
No?
chocolate, so you wouldn't even.
Oh yeah,
it's
you
chocolate.
wouldn't.
Never.
I
Yeah.
thought it was cool. It's just I'm not a fan of like that hard, small, crunchy candy shit. That
Yeah, that's like usually inside of it.
Yeah, bro. If I wanted Nerds, I would have got that. Respectfully.
Yo, Nerds, probably the most underrated candy.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever had the Nerds ropes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
I swear by those.
Beautiful.
Nerds rope, and then I was hanging out, and they had the Nerds clusters. I
The
guess.
Nerds, yeah, it's like a gummy. It's like kind of like a gummy center
It's
that
like
like
60% gummy, and the rest is like Nerds.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Nerds that
like
kind of
in a
coat it.
ball.
Yeah.
That reminds me of them like them raspberries. It would be like black raspberry and like a regular red raspberry, but it has some balls in the outside, but that gummy in the center. I don't know if you ever had. It was German candy. Mom will bring them home sometime.
I don't know what you're talking about, but for viewers, I think it looks similar to like the crunch balls you get at a movie theater, like around that size, but like just, you know, a little ball surrounded by Nerds.
That sounds good.
She used to bring back these chocolate hippos. Those things were immaculate.
I remember those.
Yeah, those things were pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, the Kinder stuff. I mean, anything Kinder is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
That's facts.
That's the thing, because it got the hazelnut joint, so it's always fire.
I agree with that. So you guys want to talk about some milk?
Yeah, got milk.
It goes great with the chocolate.
Tiene leche?
Spicy. Getting exotic now.
Yo quiero leche.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just leche. No mustache.
Did they ever have Spanish got milk ads? Spanish got milk?
I have no doubt about that.
Of course they did, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta sell the Mexicans milk. And the Spaniards, all them.
Your family tree.
All the relatives.
Yeah, so we're talking about probably one of the most recognized ad campaigns ever. I mean, the slogan is almost as recognized as Nike's Just Do It. You know, it's in that same league of like everybody recognized it. Even get like today's generation, even if they didn't know like at the campaign itself or like the purpose behind it or had seen any of the commercials, they've heard that phrase "got milk" because it's also been parodied in so many pop culture or like in media. You know, it's like it's been referenced in so many shows or just like a passing mention or joke. You know, or you like even I think in that anime or well, I guess live action. The one Garfield movie. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was like, you know, pounding down the milk and was like, you know, got milk.
See, I remember always seeing them as a kid, and I'd be like, "Got milk? What the fuck does that mean?" Like, I always thought it was like subliminal messaging or something like that, where it's like, "Yo, there's got to be like a deeper meaning to this. Maybe like it's like a recruitment with the FBI or something. Like maybe it's got to be something with that." But it's just simple. You just got milk? No. Okay, then you're just gonna like choke. You're just gonna choke to death.
Yeah.
When you usually drink stuff, do you allow the liquid to get up here?
Never.
That's the thing. No, that's just not a thing.
Brother, you starving if you drinking milk like that where you get a milk mustache.
Like these. You like a slob, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it by myself.
Maybe
but...
it's different because before there used to be like milkmen and then like they drop off the milk in like jars. So like if you're drinking it out like the jar bottle, it's like a bigger
I feel like the jar. I don't think the jar would be able to leave that imprint. It's always like
yeah, but if it's one of those jars where like the top is flat and it's like a circle, then when you're putting your lips there, it's gonna come to your lips.
Well, them motherfuckers is nasty as hell because they going like putting their whole fucking lips in
horizontal the bottle, yeah.
Tongue in the bottle,
literally tongue in it. Like, how do you get that?
Drinking it like a little kid, they tongue out in the fucking. Just using it as a straw, just.
That's nasty.
They are ant-eating their milk. That is insane.
And your little sibling like, can I have a sip?
No. Mama be like, I do let him have a sip.
See
Okay.
the spit string leave when they.
Yeah, so the whole point of the campaign is started in the 90s. The California Milk Processor Board, they were trying to improve milk sales. So they hire a company, they do a case study. And during the case study, they realized that people, they had to go a week without drinking milk. And they were like, oh, wow, I feel deprived. And so now the Got Milk campaign ended up getting created because it's all about deprivation marketing, basically saying that like they try to sell the fact that if you run out of it, like you want it more and that you need it more. And hence where Got Milk got its name and its success. And then they ran with it. And I mean, for almost, I think, well over 20 years, probably, or close to 20 years, it ran very effectively and did its job.
Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, every commercial that I've seen would always market it as like, you're eating your biscuits, right? And then all of a sudden, like something important, like, who shot Alexander Hamilton? Who shot him? And then you could be like, it's like, oh, let me do my milk. That commercial was nasty as hell because I'm like, nigga, chew, get that shit out your mouth. But it's like it'll be like if you look it up, like the Who Shot Aaron Burr Got Milk commercial. It's just this dude who's just trying to answer this question. Be like, but he didn't got no milk. So because he didn't have milk, he didn't get to answer the question. So he didn't get no prize. Got milk.
Got milk. That was pretty good. Oh, yeah.
It's so crazy because he's just chilling in his apartment and the radio station calls him.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck that work?
$10,000 prize to anybody that gets this question correct.
We're gonna call people. Huh?
But did you see how thick that peanut butter was on the bread? I'm not gonna lie, that was crazy. He had that layer like a whole inch on top of that bread. Yeah. And you saw him in the commercial. He literally shoves half the sandwich in his mouth. I was like, you screwed yourself. Like that's game
People
over.
in these commercials are some freaks and they like to be choked. Why would you shove something so big in your mouth? Pause. Like no liquid whatsoever.
Well, I mean, that's representing the average American in the 90s. So maybe times were different.
Yeah.
They some throat goats.
Yeah,
Got Got it.
They had it good back then.
You guys know that commercial was directed by Michael Bay?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy. I was like, he went from Got Milk to Transformers. I was like, that's a glow up if I've ever seen one.
They should have kept that, man. Because some of these commercials was nasty. You remember the what was it? The Tricks commercial?
That one was wild,
Yeah,
but that
bruh.
one had me cracking
It's just
up.
so like I think it was like the guy asking as a young age, "Can we get the Tricks?" Da da da. Or what was it? Yeah, it was Tricks.
Yeah.
And he was like, the grandma was like, "Oh, that's for kids," and started laughing. And then he comes back and as an adult, yeah, I finally got it. Just unzips his skin and the fucking Tricks bunny comes. The unzipping skin thing fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie.
That was pretty wild.
Maybe because like
cringe.
I'm out of my kid mode and I'm more into like horror movies now. But that is disturbing. Like, had someone unzip themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that commercial was pretty funny. Yeah, he ends up like going to a convenience store, like buys like 3 boxes of cereal and then like tosses the other 2 and was like, all right, Tricks. Appears to be the rabbit. But the rat, please tell me you guys paused that commercial when you saw his expression when he didn't get the milk. It was, I took a screenshot of it. The funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. The absolute horror on his face.
You know what that face is? When you finally look up 2 girls, 1 cup. That's the face you make. It's disturbing.
All your innocence is drained.
Something is not right.
The Tricks rabbit looks in absolute horror when he sees only a single drop of milk come out. It's just how like aggressively happy he was too. Like before that, he was just like, "Oh yeah, fuck up the Tricks," and then, yo, wild.
Did y'all see that commercial where it was like just some kids are like, "But Mr. Samuel doesn't drink milk," and then this neighbor is just doing some lawn work
With the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, and both of his arms just completely shatter and fall off, and they're like, "Ah!" I was like, "What? This is fucked up."
Start chugging the milk.
Like, bro, I was like,
That's the thing too. They double-handed the milk. They double-handed. That's how scared they were. They went. Nobody drinks their milk like this. Nobody.
Brother, if you saw a man's arms get ripped off, I'd do it too.
Thank God I didn't watch that commercial when I was young, because if I did, that would have fucked me up. Be like, "Yo, I have to drink. If I don't drink milk, I'm gonna end up like that." No.
Yeah, they're like,
give me the gallon.
He doesn't drink his milk and he's lasted forever. And just the arms pop off. But the editing for it is so wild.
I don't know why the editing in like a lot of 90s commercials, like that Michael Bay one with the Aaron Burr and that one with the arms being ripped off. It remind me of like, I don't know why, it remind me of like Cat in the Hat, the movie, the live action movie. It's just the way it's shot and like the lenses or something like that. Like maybe it's like I don't know what the term is, maybe like wide angle lens, but that might not be right. But it's like the way they will zoom in on people's faces. I was like, nigga, this is like a surreal dream. Like weird dream, like a fever dream or something. Like it looked weird.
Also, the angles are different. I feel like they used different angles back in the day. Like, especially when like you saw the neighbor, it wasn't like, oh, like we're at the window. It was like we're still in the kitchen and I see this man's arms just pop off like the mannequin ass arms.
I do think that is the thing for like 2000s era, is that they always did like at like an upper angle for whatever reason for like almost any shot, especially like commercials were the most guilty of it. It didn't even matter if it was like animated or not. Animated, they'd be like, "Whoa," you know, like try to like go up to the camera.
That's like that SpongeBob episode. Are you crazy? That type of zoom in.
That's why I love those commercials. Like nowadays on ads, all of them are boring. They always be like one angle or some shit. It used to be static. But all of them, the 2000s and 90s commercials, they always look like dynamic. That's what I love.
Well, it'd be like, it would would actually be like, regardless of how ridiculous the story was, there would be a story in those commercials. Nowadays, there's no fucking stories. It's like, hey, buy this because you want it. And it's like, well, yeah, you're right, but I want more character than that. Yeah.
Yo, you have there was it was a commercial for Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, and it was just this dude that'll just be eating. Look up the commercial, like it's a fucked up commercial because this dude is just eating, and he just keeps growing and gets fatter and fatter, and he fucking explodes, and you just see like chunks of meat all over the place. And it's the nastiest commercial I've ever watched. Like, look it up if you don't believe me. But like, even just
That's
experimental stuff like that, I love. Like, those commercials are wild.
It's either hit or miss, and if it hits, I mean it hits. But I fucked with the. I was gonna say a good example of those angles was the diner commercial
Diner. Oh yeah, I know.
with the got milk thing. You saw that?
Which one?
It was like the dude was sitting there. What was he eating?
Oh, he was eating like pancakes.
Yeah, he was eating pancakes, and he was like, "Oh, I want a glass of milk." And she was like, "Oh yeah, she just got the last one." The girl that was sitting next to him, but she had left. So he's like looking at the milk for a hot second. This man grabs it, starts chugging it, leaves like maybe, I don't know, 20% of that shit still there, and he's looking at it. And he's like, "Oh, she gonna know." So he pours his water with ice in it in the milk and makes like this milk water. Meanwhile, there's the boyfriend sitting right there. Just looking at the whole thing, and he just
wow.
Yo, there was one commercial where it was like, I think it was literally called like Heaven or Hell, and it's like this dude who's like,
that was the best one.
Yeah,
that was the best, hands
best
down
one.
my favorite one. Hands down.
It's so like existentially like fucked up, but I love it because it's like he goes like, "You're fired," and then he gets hit by a car, and he's like, "Oh, this must be heaven."
All the music playing.
Yeah, he got like this white cat and like this white environment, eating this giant fucking chocolate cookie, and then the milk, all these endless cartons of milk, but they're all empty. He's like, "Where am I?" And it just shows got milk with fire.
That's hands down the best commercial.
Yeah,
Just
that
the
was
build up.
easily the best.
Yeah.
that was definitely creative.
Yeah, it literally cuts in, and they say like eternity, and then yeah, it's just a all white room. He's like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Yeah, and tell me why those were the biggest fucking cookies, and he only ate like this much. He went that like of this like pizza, like think of like a pizza, like a large pizza. That's how big these chocolate chip cookies were.
Man had a Cookie Monster cookie.
Yo,
that's the type of cookie. Yeah,
that's what he had. But yeah, that was wild. They had, like at least 100 cartons of milk, not a single one with milk in it. Where am I? That was that commercial masterpiece, because you're just like don't know where this is going, and then you see at the end you're like, that's where I went.
They didn't even, have to, they didn't even
like,
explicitly state you're in hell. This is like, no, it's just implied, but you know it's definitely hell.
Yeah, 100%.
That's good. That's good marketing.
That
Oh,
would
100%.
suck. Imagine having dry mouth. Your mouth is full, like a Popeye's biscuit. You have no liquid.
Bruh.
You just eternally choking.
That's awful.
Ooh.
That does sound rough.
That is worse than hell.
And that's why you should watch VeggieTales.
Yeah, could you imagine like cinnamon challenge like every day of your life and not having any milk to watch that?
Whoa, bro! Don't give him the ideas now.
Don't get got on.
Next ad.
Don't give him them ideas.
Next ad.
The got milk commercials that I remember growing up, like, and this is only for like the commercials, because I was seeing the magazines all the time, like with Nick Magazine and like even like Game Informer that will show up here and there. But there was on Cartoon Network, they would have like Powerpuff. There was like Powerpuff Girl commercials, and it would be like Blossom. It's like, "Fuzzy Lumpkins, why are you taking all the strawberry milk? Because it gives me all the calcium that I need to go strong." That's literally how it would be, and then they beat their ass. Like Blossom fought Fuzzy, Bubbles fought Mojo, and then Buttercup fought the Gangrene Gang. And then there was like one more commercial where like all three of them were there and they helped the mayor. But I love those commercials. I remember watching them all the time growing up.
Yeah, no, those were good commercials. Do you guys remember the Avengers Milkman ad?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. So a milkman, he goes up to a manor and he rings the doorbell. He's like about to do his delivery. He falls down the chute and is like in this cave. The Avengers are sitting on a table and they're doing like superhero tryouts and interviews at that time. So they're like, "What's your name?" He's like, Milkman. They're like, "Your name is Milkman?" He's like, "Yeah." And they said, "All right, what's your power? Like, what do you do? Like, who do you fight against?" He's like, "I fight against weak bones." And they're like, Bro, I lost it when he said that. He said, I fight against weak bones with milk and chocolate milk. He pulls it out on the table, and they're like, oh, okay. Then he becomes a full-fledged Avengers. Oh, it's the Avengers in, like, the craziest costumes I've ever seen. Like, some of them are kind of good, but the Iron Man, busted as fuck.
Wait, is it like fake-ass Avengers?
Oh, yeah. No, let me show you. Let me show you the Iron Man.
Oh,
look at Iron Man.
No.
I gotta post that. Like, this is like
they got like the rent heroes.
Bro, think about
God.
New York street performers.
Yeah.
Like, that's the quality. Like, especially Hawkeye. Look at how fake Hawkeye is, bro. Wild.
Hawkeye look like Bible Man.
I'm just wondering why they gave this man literally a 12-pack up here. It's insane up the costume. But yeah, so the milkman gets inducted in the Avengers, and he's like posing like this with a glass of milk in his hand, and just part of the Avengers now.
Hell yeah,
the
man.
milkman.
Milkman
does better than all the Avengers. Actually does stuff.
Fuck Spider-Man.
But if anything, you have to watch that again just to see their costumes. Like Thor, you guys remember Dexter's Lab, like Val Hallen, like the knockoff Thor? That's what he looked like. He looked like Val Hallen, like a guy trying to be Thor. It was crazy.
They should have kept that like knockoff team. Just use them for commercials and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, you know all that whole like, oh, milk makes it good for you, it's good for your bones, and you know that's all like bullshit. Like, well, half of it's kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like because this is a video I watched about like why milk is so like pushed and why it was so pushed, like especially in the 90s and early 2000s. So back in the day, you know, people lived off milk. You know, people, especially poor people, you had to live off milk if you were a farmer. But especially come like wartime, people needed. They're like, yo, the soldiers, they need milk. So farmers, get that milk production up and going. Come on, we need it going. We need all the milk for our soldiers. You want to beat the Nazis? We gotta beat them. And thanks to that, they created, and since they wanted milk to last longer, created pasteurization and made it like extend as long as possible. That way you can keep milk going. But eventually they came out with studies and they're like, yeah, milk is good for your bones. Look at this rat. Look at this rat. This rat was never fed milk in his life. But this rat was fed milk, and look how strong he looks. He doesn't even look emaciated like this one. This rat looks good. But guess who made those studies? The dairy people. Like the dairy industry. That's like saying like, oh yeah, look at this beard oil. This beard oil is pretty good, right? But it's like the people who like selling you the beard oil who made the study. So it's like, it's biased as fuck.
The creator is Johnny.
Like, exactly. That's biased as fuck. So like, I'm like, how do you really like, so here's the thing. It was connected with the government too. So they're like, the Department of Agriculture, they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Milk does help bones. Your guys' studies are facts. So let's just keep selling milk and just put it out there. Every kid needs milk. You need to drink milk in order to get bigger bones and stuff.
And we like the check.
Yeah, we like that. Exactly. It makes your kids strong, but most importantly, gives us a good check. And eventually it just extended so far. Like that was back in like the early 1900s. So come now, they kept pushing it on, but milk sales kept dwindling, especially because a lot of people are lactose intolerant. You can't really be drinking milk when you're older.
I remember as a kid, like because of the calcium stuff. And the fact that we played sports and stuff, I was like, bro, I'm drinking hella milk then. Fuck you mean? I used to drink stupid milk.
Same.
Especially when we had the Nesquik chocolate powder and stuff that we used to always mix in the shit.
Yeah,
It was a hit. We always drink milk every time. I get it though. Like most people are lactose intolerant or sensitive. So like imagine you in wartime and it's like, brother, what do you got? I'm starving. I got milk. No. You know you shitting yourself later, bro.
Oh, those poor people. Because originally, like humans weren't even supposed to drink milk, but eventually, because cows,
it's titty milk.
Yeah, it's literally titty milk. Like literally, we don't have the enzymes to break it down, but eventually we grew, like with evolution, we adapted and eventually got those enzymes and we're able to actually like digest milk. But you know, sometimes it doesn't apply today. Some people still can't digest milk well and end up shitting themselves. But eventually nowadays, they keep pushing that. Then Got Milk came out. It's like, oh, we gotta start pushing milk like this way. And it's like, if you want to get bigger bones, just eat food. Just eat food. There's other foods with calcium in it. You don't just gotta drink just milk. Like that's literally how it be. The government sold y'all a lie.
It's true. It's true.
It did work though.
It did work.
Yeah, it did work. It didn't necessarily skyrocket sales because, again, to your point, especially with like milk alternative products rolling out like at that time. Like, you know, slowly but surely we started getting almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, you know, coconut milk.
Lactaid.
Lactaid. You know, with all the milk alternatives. And plus at that point in time, there was like a big push for like soft drinks, especially energy drinks. Like we Monster, right? Everywhere
Big,
we went
huge.
growing up, Monster was fucking everywhere, right? So it's like, you know, they had some juggernauts to compete against. Is like that. And plus, like, we probably all remember at least 2 or 3 Coca-Cola commercials off the top of our head, right? You remember seeing that polar bear everywhere. You remember seeing Coca-Cola ads before you go into, you know, the movie. Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings, you know. So, like, it was, and soft drinks were very competitive to milk. So that's why, like, even though I think Got Milk was effective, it didn't necessarily save the industry, you know? Especially like consumer behaviors were just different at that point in time. By the time, like, you know, the ads were rolling out.
Yeah, because especially because remember, people didn't really go on the internet like that to like literally like late 2000s, early 2000s, and it's still not even everybody was like up to snuff with that. Like getting facts and information that like, okay, I don't just have to get calcium from milk. I could just eat everything else, and you know, I'll be able to grow that way. But back in the day, they said, oh, the government said it was okay. We got to do what the government says. Even though they might be lying. But the government never lies, right?
I mean, we put blind faith into everything. We thought Sunny D was healthy.
We thought Sunny D was real fruit.
Right. We were thinking people were squeezing the oranges.
Made from real juice, though. It says real juice.
They got that Microsoft 2 font on there. It says 1%.
Just don't read the back.
Right.
God, this tastes good. All natural flavors. 122% of your sugar intake. Huh?
It'd be like this size,
huge as fuck.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
So we'll talk about the print ads because that was also very big. The milk mustaches.
Yep.
Which, if you don't recognize that, you're probably way too young to be listening to this podcast. But we still appreciate your support. But you're probably a little too young. But the milk mustaches, all the celebrities, both animated, like cartoon and video game wise, to like real life, real world celebrities were rocking the milk mustache and print ads.
Who was the football guy? Was that Tom Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady did do one of them. Honestly, legit, like almost every celebrity at the time.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shaq did.
Serena, or the Williams sisters.
Serena Williams? Yeah.
Serena and Venus. Yeah. I forgot her sister's name, but yeah. I'm pretty sure even like Rihanna had done it too, which is crazy. So they were only getting paid $25,000 to like do that ad, which to them, that's like chump change.
That's literally walk in, here, drink some milk. Got that mustache? Boom. You take pictures.
He said,
they probably didn't even drink the milk. They just said, bro, just put on your lip and call it a day. Like, you just got to say 2 words. Of course, they ain't paying you the bag.
Right.
Man, it took me half a year to get that much money. Man, fuck, man. Like, you only do that for a day for a shoot? Easy.
I hope them California sales was worth it, because if they paying $25K and they did this over a bunch of things in commercials, the fact that only California really saw the profit go up instead of nationwide is kind of...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
They might have lost money.
You guys want to know what the Nickelodeon Milk Mustache Sweepstakes was?
Never heard of that.
So the sweepstakes promised a limo ride, $1,000, and a professional photo shoot for a Got Milk ad to appear in Nickelodeon magazine with the winner's favorite Nicktoon of choice. What? And all you had to do was like send a postcard or like go on the website and just like enter your information.
I was going to say, is there money attached to this? Because this sounded good until you said I had to be in a Force ad.
Well, no, so they pay you. They pay you $1,000.
Okay,
yeah, and the limo ride and all that. But so I have some pictures of the winners. This one girl wanted to do one with SpongeBob. Another kid, I'm so sorry, Brandon. I'm so sorry. This guy looks so ugly with his crimson chin.
Oh my God, no!
They kind of did Brandon dirty. I'm so sorry. I hope the limo ride was great, Brandon. Okay, I hope the $1,000 was worth it.
So they did the SpongeBob girl pretty well.
Yeah, they actually did some respect to her.
That's a bootleg Mr. Incredible, bro. Like,
yeah. we'll try to throw the picture up of that one because it's pretty wild.
Brandon looks like the kid that was following around Mr. Incredible from the first movie.
Yo.
Before he turned a villain.
God, bro.
Oh,
and then we got another one with Jimmy Neutron. You guys let me know what you think of that one.
That is ugly. Wait, no, that'd be a fire album cover. That'd be fire as fuck. That'd be fire.
That reminds me of like George Lopez when we do flashbacks and it's just this big ass head on this tiny body.
Bro, that's like better than Nirvana Baby. Easy.
Flying with Jimmy Neutron.
That's hard.
Title of Genius Intellect.
High in the sky.
That's the first track.
Sorry, we're monsters to you poor little kids. That's right. They're adults now.
They're
20 years
adults
later.
now. They
Yeah.
probably got like, I don't know, they're probably homeless now.
Yeah, exactly. They got $1,000, bro. They probably invested it.
Yo, facts, bro.
Yeah.
I would have blew that shit. What?
You already know Yu-Gi-Oh cards would have bought a handful.
Yu-Gi-Oh, skateboard, all that.
Like all the consoles.
Bro, I'm telling you, at the age that it looks like they're at, I was big on Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I would have pulled it up looking like Seto Kaiba. I would have had the whole get up, the suitcase, bro. You give me a rack? I'm like, all right, so I got God cards
You
out.
want to play? Let me get my Exodia suitcase out. Got all 5 cards.
I was like, that's wild. Just for like a milk mustache hat, I'm like, all you gotta do is be like, leche, and then milk mustache, right? Like that's
Wait,
so easy.
So all they had to do was literally just send a postcard and they get randomly chosen?
So yeah, it was either send a postcard like with their information, like saying they went under the sweepstakes, or log on to the Nickelodeon website.
Man, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
would've
saying. I
spam
was like, where
bots.
was I, bro? Like, why didn't I try for this?
Why couldn't I spam it with bots at the age of 9? Fuck, man. Why did I buy that house when I was 6, nigga? Damn. The market was good.
You just keep adding a letter to the front of your name, be like, Bamir, come here.
It's all the same address, just one more house down. Same handwriting, same name, all that.
Got milk, man. I do have to say, I mean, it's effective. A lot of those commercials stuck with me to this day. Like, as I was rewatching some of them for this episode, a lot of them I recalled. I was like, oh shit. Like, I do remember seeing that. And same with like even the milk mustache ads, like seeing some of them, I was like, oh, I remember that. You guys remember the one with The Rock?
No, I never watched it.
It was a Super Bowl ad, and like he goes to pull the milk out of the fridge, and the kids are like, no milk. And he's like, time to go get milk, and so he runs outside and he's like chasing like the milk truck, and like all this shit is going on outside, like literally the world is being destroyed. And like there's like the commercial low-key weird, there's like clowns robbing a bank. They're literally like
What year was this? Was The Purge just released?
I was wondering if it kind of looked like when he did the Tooth Fairy movie, like that same year. That's what it looked like to me. Like it would look like that Rock is what it looked like.
Okay.
Yeah, but like here's the thing: the outside world looked like it was Rampage. Like that's what it looked like. But that one was. I remember that one just because like he really was haul-assing to get that milk, and just like the world really was being like falling apart.
That should have been a full movie.
If I was in that milk truck, I would have pushed my foot all the way on that gas pedal.
You ain't escaping The Rock.
Bro, if I saw someone built like The Rock chasing me, I'm out.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I do believe in your philosophy because I've seen the ice cream man haul ass. I've seen the ice cream man run through stop signs and be like, nah, you're not getting me. My shift ends in 2 minutes,
You
bro.
hear that song, and then once he sees the kids, he's like, oh, shit.
I've been guilty. I was that person to chase the ice cream man before. I have done that. And you guys remember like how the Mount Holly house setup was with the sidewalk and whatnot. I really ran out there in bare feet before.
You wildin'.
Bro, no, I literally was like, ow, ow, ow. Like,
I would have broke 3 toes. Some concrete would have been up. I would have tripped on that shit. Stepped on an acorn, a Lego.
I remember back at Papa the Bellas, we'd be like, wait, where's the ice cream man? It'd be like, he's in the back here. No, he's over there.
Running to the front, to the back.
Yo, they had the one ice cream truck with like the zesty beat.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah.
The beat made it so different.
Bro, we were like, yo, we need that ice cream guy because he got that limited edition shit. Meanwhile, it's just the Sonic the Hedgehog one with the eyeballs in 2 different directions.
SpongeBob with the fucking melted.
They knew what they were doing with that beat because I remember even when we were at camp, when we would go back to Rutgers for like parties and stuff. It'd be a party going on. We hear that ice cream and everybody went outside the house to get some milkshakes, ice cream, and all that. It was wild. You had like 16 full college kids, and then frats would just pull up all that.
I would hate my life if I were that man.
He made a bag.
Oh, for sure.
I don't want to hear it.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Got Milk, effective ad campaign. We'll never forget it. And hopefully we'll get more great commercials like that one day. Well, we'll revert back to the 2000 style of commercials where we unzip ourselves in crazy animation.
Yeah, they get M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Direct all the commercials.
Just listen, if you were in that Avengers ad, please hit us up. Please, like, come on the show, wear your costume.
We'll do a 10-minute interview. Come on.
We will do a whole interview with you.
I will pay.
Yo, we'll give you some Remember One drip to put on top of your Iron Man armor.
Or even Milkman. We gotta get Milkman.
Yo, we need the Milkman.
Milkman that was flying in the air. And I want the one from Crimson Chin.
Yo, Brandon, if you're listening.
Brandon, please.
Brandon.
Please.
I want to see if you built like the Crimson Chin right now. I gotta see this. I gotta see it, Brandon.
Mega Chin.
That was the wildest episode. Bro.
Psych, that boy that bronze kneecap.
No way Custom saw that and was like, approved. Bro.
They said, is the boss out today? Yeah, he's out, bro. It's time. Put out the episode.
Green light right now.
Or it was a different time and they're like, oh, okay, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. A little racism here.
Bro, I know like the back end people saw the joke and was like, we have to. It's so worth it.
We'll just slide it in.
We could all be fired or it'll be great. There's no in betweens.
Oh boy! All right, so if you've ever seen the Got Milk commercials, let us know in the comments which one is your favorite and why is it the heaven one? Why is it the heaven one? Yeah,
send us your milk mustaches.
Yo, please.
Let me see you double fist some milk. The grapefruit technique on that jar.
I just need just one person tag us if you can replicate that old man commercial where his arms fall off. Please. That shit is gold. That shit is gold.
Let me see you chug Red Bull and milk.
Okay, you trying to get
Shout
people
out
dead.
Skippy 62. That nigga used to do it all the time.
You trying to kill people right now.
Oh God.
You trying to kill people.
Moral of the story is we love Got Milk. Go drink some milk. Go drink it now.
It don't matter what it is. Almond milk, oat milk, goat milk, cow milk.
You see a cow, suck that.
Suck it.
Expeditiously, viciously. The rotation double fisting.
Yeah, give us that twisty wizard double shaving hand action. Right, there you go. Mm-hmm. All that good stuff.
Yeah, the gawk gawk.
Oh, God. All right. All right, that wraps up this episode of Remember When. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. And as always, we'll see you next time. Peace out, remember.
Got milk. Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own Johnny.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.